Cause you don't belong there. Pray, just pray.
Last episode, we spoke with Alison Praise. Today we have Sheriba Lewis, a musical motivator of Denny. Good afternoon, Sheriba.
Afternoon, Cassie.
Nice having you. Now, can you tell us your first encounter you had with Denny musically and what was your thoughts? What was your impression of him?
The first encounter I had with Denny would have been, I think, sometime in 2013. It would have been in the choir. So he was singing tenor, I think, or bass at the time, and I was in the alto section. So that was the first time I really would have interacted with him.
And from hearing him, knowing you and how you have an ear for music, what did you think about his pitch, the way he was singing?
Well, I think at the time when I met him, he had some difficulties. So one of the things I really admired about him is that he was passionate about singing. He had a love for singing and he really, really wanted to get it. And so it wasn't something I think that came naturally to him. But it's something that he really worked hard. So sometimes, they might have been a note and, he struggled a little bit, but he would practice and practice and practice until he came back and it was perfect.
Right. So he considers you to be a musical motivator. So what is it about his ability that made you interested in him and willing to be there to support his ministry?
Well, I think initially, one of the things that really, I like to motivate people, number one. And one of the things I think I really admired about him is that tenacity, that's even humility, because, sometimes people want to learn something. They don't want to put in the hard work. They don't want to get advice from others. They don't want to really change different things. And when you're trying to sing, there are a lot of things that you have to give up. So in terms of taking care of your voice, in terms of practicing, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And Denny really, really put in that hard work. So I think, in terms of ability, what really drew me to him was just his willingness to work hard and just to get it right.
Right. So you met him at a point where you said that there were things that he needed to work on. No. Denny has done a number of covers. We know that he has taken classes. He's always willing to try. Recently, even tried a bit of beatboxing, What would you say about Denny's musical growth from you meeting him in 2013 to 10 years after,
Right.
2023? Yeah.
Well, one of the things I think that we have to distinguish as well, when I met Denny was in a choir and he wanted to sing. So he wanted to be a singer. To me, the growth I have seen in Denny from a singer to a music minister. And I think it's really a big, big difference. I have seen him wanting the ability to want to sing, but I have seen God just use that gift and use it as a spiritual gift so that he's not just a singer now as everybody else, but he's a music minister. And so the type of songs he sings, the type of songs he writes, it's about really ministry and leading persons to Christ. So I have seen that growth, with him just from being a choir member to seeing him now writing songs, and different arts and just being able to take the ministry to a different realm. So he is really, really, over the span of 10 years, he has grown tremendously. Yes. The ministry has grown.
So how do you feel to be associated with an international artist in the making?
Oh, well, it's a blessing. And like I said, ministry is so wide and sometimes persons don't understand how influential and the big impact music can have. And, just interacting with Denny, because I remember the first time I actually found out he could write was just recently. And I was like, wow, I was so, so amazed. And it's just, you listen to the words of the song and it's just a story. You get to hear the story, you get to hear pieces of his journey, and you can relate to the words of the song and you can relate to the ministry, and it's really, every time I hear a song or every time I interact with him, I'm excited to encourage him, because to me, it's just helping his ministry to grow, helping his ministry to reach other persons. So it's really been a good journey.
All right. And indeed, it's a great journey. And I know that you'll continue to encourage Denny, as so to many persons out there, as we continue to take us on a path of Denny's journey into, and I like what you said, not a singer, but a
Music minister.
music
That-
minister. So you'll join us next time as we interview his father figure.
There's a Savior who still cares. Tell your past you don't belong.